Lisboa! Another day in the largest city and beautiful capital of Portugal, and today I'm going to show you an area called Baixa. Lisbon is one of the oldest cities in the world, almost 3,000 years old. It is actually the second oldest capital in Europe, only after Athens. Centuries older than Paris, London, Rome. But this has not always been like this. There was a disaster that changed everything here. Let me start by introducing this place here where I am. This is Commerce Square, Praça do Comércio. And until the 18th century, this is where the royal palace was. Portugal was a monarchy and the royal family used to live right here. Now, remember this year that I'm going to mention because I'm going to refer to it several times in this series of videos. 1755. There was a huge earthquake here that lasted for several minutes. It destroyed 85% of Lisbon. That's because it was not only an earthquake. This is a Catholic country, people were in church and they had candles lit at home. As a consequence, there was a huge fire. To make things worse, those that managed to escape came here to the lower area and then the tsunami hit. Once I came here on a guided tour, and the guide explains that this sculpture doesn't mean that the king is greeting or welcoming people to Lisbon. It actually represents the king departing, the king leaving the city.
Double whammy.
This is what happened after the earthquake. Not even the king wanted to stay here, and he left. What? Because Lisbon needed to survive, right? That's when a very important political figure came to light, the Marquis of Pombal. He was the state secretary at the time, and he created a plan to revitalize all this. So all this that you see here is from the 18th century. The Marquis created the same look and feel here for the entire historic district, with buildings that are very similar in terms of architecture, you know, their windows, the shape of the windows, balcony on the first floor, one building per block, wider avenues, square blocks, things you normally don't see in a historical European center. But most importantly, everything earthquake-proof. And to fully complete the revitalization, the Triumphal Arch. It's a symbol of Lisbon's strengths and achievements, also the resilience following the disaster. You can actually go up there.
2 stories high. Be careful. The odd of that is very thin.
2 stories high. What? Before getting to the top, there's an explanation here about how the arch was created. And it says that the Commerce Square was planned to become the city's grand entrance. And the arch was just inaugurated in 1873. There was an existing portico and the arch was just put on top.
Oh, geez. I'm getting dizzy. Oh, I'm gonna fall.
Wow, it's much bigger than it seems. For €3, you can come up here and have a 360 view of downtown. Look at this. Wow. Look at how beautiful this view. This is Rua Augusta, Augusta Street, the main street here in Baixa. And here you can actually have a better understanding of the square blocks, how everything is so square. From here you can already see the elevator over there that I showed yesterday, connecting the lower part to the upper part. Santa Justa lift. I'm gonna go there, see how big the line is. Not very high, but as we're in the lower city, right? The main symbol of rebirth of the city. Now we're gonna walk all this, going inside a few places here and there. Now that we've seen everything, what's your favorite view?
The river.
Right here? Oh, me too. But I prefer here because you can see the square.
No,
You
the
like
bridge.
with the bridge?
The San Francisco Gate Bridge.
That's not San Francisco Gate. That's not Golden Gate Bridge. It looks like, but
The Golden Gate.
looks like, and actually the Golden Gate Bridge came first. This was inspired by Golden Gate Bridge. We just came down here and look at how wonderful wine tasting going on. Wines of Portugal. Perfect time to try the famous green wine. You know that green wine is not green, right?
It's green.
It's not green.
Vinho verde é um vinho normalmente é leve, é igual ao branco, mas só que ele não é produzido aqui em Lisboa, é na região do norte, tipo Porto, mais pra cima.
Ah, entendi. Esses vinhos são de Lisboa, da área de Lisboa.
Sim, todos eles.
Why you chose this one?
Because it's a Portuguese grape.
Yes. I asked which one you suggest. He said this.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very light. Pretty.
I like. Very, very good. Very good. Let me try this one. So light, this one? Wow, this is really good. So amazing. Any wine here if you want to try. 50 cents.
Yep.
8 or 7 if you wanted to buy the bottle right here. And there is the famous Tram 28 jam-packed tourists. This Augusta Street is very touristy, full of tourists. Lots of shops, a lot of things going on. There are restaurants too. Obrigada, obrigada. Here you can also see what I mentioned earlier about the architecture. Look at the buildings, all very symmetric, square, looking very similar. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, it's a really good deal. If there's any soccer fan, Benfica store right here. Oh wow, this ice cream is like a flower. Gelato burger too. Look at this. The secret is how they take the ice cream. They create a flower with it. Look at this. With an ice cream macaroon on top. Oh my God. You can choose as many flavors as you want. It's like petal by petal, and they create a flower. I chose exotic fruits, raspberry, cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, and caramel. This is so good. And talking about football, here's sporting too. Here's the elevator, Santa Justa elevator. Let's see how busy it is. This elevator here is very well known as it was created in 1902 by a student of the famous Gustave Eiffel. Eiffel, as you may recognize the name, created the Eiffel Tower, or Eiffel Tower in English. At the time, beginning of the 20th century, this solved the real problem here in Lisbon. How do you go up, right? But today is mainly a tourist attraction. Quer falar oi?
Pro Brasil.
Pro Brasil, é isso aí.
Flamenguista.
Que Flamengo? Botafogo.
Botafogo ou corintiano também.
Botafogo.
Você Botafogo, sim?
Eu sou Botafogo.
A menina tu gira, tá sozinha?
Não, não, meu marido tá ali atrás. Seriously, it's gonna take these people 1 or 2 hours to go up. If you haven't seen my previous video, here's the tip. Go up there by metro. Once my husband and I did a test here. I came down by elevator and he came walking normally. 20 people can come up, 15 go down. That's why it takes a while. There were 15 or 16 people ahead of me up there. He not only arrived first, but waited 20 minutes for me. People normally associate Portugal with tiles, but the Portuguese pavement, look at this, is also very well known. In the end of Rua Augusta, you arrive here at the largest square in Lisbon. This is Rossio Square. And if you've ever been to Rio de Janeiro, of course, Lisbon did not copy Rio de Janeiro. Rio copied Lisbon. This was the inspiration. The waves here represent when the Tejo River meets the ocean. This pattern here has inspired designs all over the world, including in my home country. Okay, let's go back to the other side of Baixa because I'm getting hungry. Lots of nice restaurants around here, but there's one place I want to visit. On our way to our last stop of the day, we walk through a street that is in every guidebook and blog post about Lisbon and the things to do, you know? The pink street. Why? Because it's pink. Look at it, it's totally pink. This was the former red light district. During the day, there's not much here. There are some bars, you know, there's people here hanging out. This area actually comes to life at night. People normally go out to different parts of the city, like Bairro Alto, and when those places shut down at 2 or 3 in the morning, depending on the day of the week, they all come here. Here, nightlife goes until daytime. Close the day at a food market. This is Ribeira market. Here there's the time out market and the traditional market. Traditional first. It's just farmers market. No, let's go back to the other. We're gonna eat. Oh, this is really cool.
Salomão.
All kinds of food here, not only Portuguese, but we'll go for Portuguese. So here's the idea. There's restaurants famous in Portugal. They're all over. And then in the center, huge tables that you share with everyone. So crazy the amount of people here. So these are the 2 flavored ones there for you. All my 3 are the traditional ones. Codfish cake, specialty in Portugal, right? It's different.
It's a red pepper.
Red pepper? I don't know, bell pepper. Yeah? Which one is your favorite?
They're all good.
You had olive, bell pepper, and the traditional. Next, sardines. Sardines are very traditional here in Portugal too. Here, sardines with tomato on the bread. I've never had sardines like this, not even in Brazil. This is really good. Dessert, almond pie is very traditional Portuguese, like a pecan pie, and also brigadeiro, chocolate sweet, my all-time favorite sweet. It's a dream come true. Crunchy, love it, love it, love it. A lot of tourists here, prices are slightly above average. You find some more expensive and sophisticated dishes as well. The food is really, really good, so I'm glad we came.
Give me some room to work.
I like to stay near you. Because it was created by a student of the famous Eiffel Tower. No, not the Eiffel Tower. Look at this river beach, downtown Lisbon, right in front of the main square.
Yeah, I got it.
You have it on camera?
Yes, I do, baby.
I ran out of battery.
That's okay, baby.